Good evening and welcome to another episode of Bahrain Now with me, your host, Bara Abdulla. We've got a great show lined up full of local talents, initiatives, and happenings from around the island. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. As ladies and gentlemen, right now heading to another proud moment as two Injaz Bahrain teams managed to secure 3 awards at the Regional Young Entrepreneurship Competition Awards ceremony. The organization is continuously working to support local youth and prepare them for the rigorous world of business. To tell us more about the 2 victorious Bahraini teams is the Injaz Executive Director, Ms. Hana Sarwani. Well, good evening. How are you?
Good evening to you, Bara. Thank you for having us.
Oh, definitely. It's a pleasure and super excited to know about the amazing achievements. So tell us more about the event.
Great. I mean, I'm sure you've heard about it. It was all over the press. This
Right.
was the 15th Injaz Al Arab Young Entrepreneurs Competition, as we call it. It's basically the concluding competition to our flagship company program. The company program is actually our most popular program. It's a lineup of a 12-session program that starts in September and concludes way back in June.
Wow.
And the concluding program actually ends up with a competition at a national level.
Okay.
There are 2 tracks to it. We have like the high school track and the university track. So the winners who are crowned as the company of the year in the high school and the university track at a national level then get to compete at a regional level,
Okay.
which was this event basically. In good times, pre-COVID, we used to have these events in one of the MENA countries.
Yep.
But given the restrictions nowadays, it was run virtually, where we saw the participation of 109 students competing against 13 other countries in the MENA region. And we had Team Hasib from
Okay.
Nassim International School and Hassad from the Royal University of Women participating and competing with the teams across MENA. So this was the
Amazing.
event actually.
Amazing. And actually, we even had the honors to have Hasib on TV.
Yeah, I know they were there, I think, a couple of days back. Yeah, they were super excited. I mean, it was a phenomenal achievement, a unique moment for them, and we actually got to be crowned 3 major awards
Wow.
in this award ceremony. So that was really a strategic achievement for us as Injaz Bahrain.
Amazing, amazing. So tell us more about the teams.
Well, like I mentioned, we had Hasib from Nassim International School, who actually came up with a product. I mean, the company program itself is a journey,
Right.
where we actually teach youngsters and youth how to come up with a company. So they go through the full journey from ideation, coming up with a basic concept, and then they work with mentors from the marketplace who are attached with these teams, and they guide them step by step on how to bring that concept into reality. So Hasib's invention, like we like to call
Exactly.
it,
It's
actually
the
it was an
invention.
invention. I mean, it was an invention where they actually came up with a sensor
Right.
that gets plugged onto a cycle to detect and alarm a cyclist on any potential danger. So it kind of gives lights in ascending order as to any proximity of cars or what have you that are coming close, giving the cyclist a safe and confident ride when they're riding on the roads. I mean, this comes in essence to reduce the mortality rates.
Right.
That we had a few incidences last year when everybody was busy cycling. So this came in essence after those incidences. On the other hand, Hassad, their product was more about sustainability. They come up with a portable greenhouse.
Okay.
And this greenhouse is packaged with a mixture, a compost mixture, and a seed mixture, and a self-draining water drip. So anyone who doesn't have a lawn or doesn't have a garden actually gets to keep this greenhouse in their apartments to give them that green effect or that aesthetic impact and mood actually within their homes actually. So these were the 2 exciting products that were pitched at the regional competition this year.
Amazing, amazing. As I can see these competitions taking place within JAWS every year, you get to see these unbelievable, mind-blowing ideas. And things are just developing in such a radical way. It's just amazing what you're doing here and how Bahrain is just changing, how the youth are getting their way and getting the chance to actually being supported. and now the awards are taking place. It's giving me even more of an incentives. So tell us more about the awards.
Of course, for those who actually engage with us, know that Injaz, be it Injaz in Bahrain or Junior Achievement, which is our mother company, we always like to engage our partners with us.
Okay.
And likewise, the partners like to engage with us because it's all about fulfillment. It's all about youth development, working with youth to see how they can self-develop and explore what's happening in today's world. So likewise, for this competition, we saw the partnership of strategic names such as FedEx, Investcorp, Boeing, Citi, MasterCard. So all these strategic partners actually came into perspective a month before the actual competition.
Okay.
And they provided signature workshops to these competing students. They worked closely with them, providing them guidance, teaching them, trending themes such as innovation, business strategy, design thinking.
Right.
So they got to learn all this pre the competition, and there were awards, given to those who excelled in those categories. So for us, Injaz actually walked away with 2 of the 5 signature awards.
Amazing.
Haseb walked away with the Master Card Excellence in Technology Award.
Wow.
And Hassad also walked away with the City Client Focus Award. So that was 2 great signature award achievement. Other than that, we were crowned the top Company of the Year in the high school track. So it was a phenomenal achievement for us, all in all, to be honest.
Amazing. Just hearing this is giving me some goosebumps.
Yeah.
It's like how amazingly everything has took place, and how Bahrain's right now just even competing with themselves, how to even do better and better. So with all that being said right now, what's the future like? I mean, what do you think is going to happen? Even though right now things are like, oh my God, they're just mind-blowing. But how do you think it's going to even progress to the future?
I think we as Injaz, we have great belief in the boundless potential of youth. We see there's lots that youth can give. So we see a lot of focus in a lot of aspects when it comes to youth development, youth empowerment, and that's precisely what we do. I mean, we provide them with the skills, the know-how, the programs, the exposure that is required for them to be market ready, for them to have the necessary skills to actually enter a job and be selected as the employer of choice for organizations.
Right.
But I think there's potential and ample opportunity for youth to actually grab and take advantage of.
Wow, wow. If I would right now ask you to give one last word or a sentence or advice to the youth of Bahrain, what was that going to be?
Well, Injaz inspires and empowers youth to be successful in their economies. And we always aspire the youth to actually be positive thinkers, active participants in their communities. Like I said, we believe in their ample opportunities and their potential. So, my request would be for them to actually grab the opportunity that Injaz offers. We have lots of things to offer. We have programs, we have events, we have networking opportunities. So please come forth, grab these opportunities, and be market ready, basically.
Be market ready for the rigorous world of the business. Thank you so much for this inspirational talk and the awards and everything, as we get to see more and more Bahraini inventions,
Of course.
initiativities, and just mind-blowing ideas. It's going to be on a national, regional, even international levels.
Inshallah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bara. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Thank
definitely.
You.
It's a great pleasure, and I know it's not going to be the last time.
Inshallah.
That is definitely for sure.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Much pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Injaz is doing it and will be doing it again. All that took place right here on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking off with this interview as we have Abdulaziz Al-Rafa'i from the British Aviation Center, who will be talking to us about the steps to become a pilot. Well, good evening. How are you, sir?
Good evening. I'm very good. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm great. Should
Excellent
I call you
stuff.
Captain?
No, just Abdulaziz is fine. That's fine for me.
All right, amazing.
Thank you so much.
Tell us more about the BAC.
So BAC stands for British Aviation Center. It was a aviation training center established originally in Kuwait in 2014, and we've just opened a branch up here in Bahrain.
All right.
located in Sif. And yeah, so we've been providing aviation consultancy to predominantly pilots and flight dispatchers or anyone generally interested in aviation.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, I always wanted to be a pilot.
Oh, really?
That didn't work out, but now maybe we have a chance.
You've definitely got a chance with me.
So now, as I would like me and others like to know,
Yeah.
how can we become a pilot? What are the steps?
Okay, so the first step that you would do is initially come to visit us, or you can make an online appointment, and we'll go through the assessments that we have to do. So obviously maths, physics, English. These are the main ones we have to focus on. High school students, if it's the Arabic system, 70% plus, and it has to be the sciences, or Almi, I believe you call it.
Right.
And or 5 IGCSEs if you study the private sector schools.
Okay.
And then we'll go on to the pilot specialized testing, which is CBT or aptitude testing, psychometric, IQ, memory, multitasking.
Oh, wow.
You know, by the end of this, you'll be sweating. Trust me. Yeah, you'll be sweating. But you learn a lot from it. You'll definitely learn a lot from it.
Amazing.
So that would be the initial start, which is the basic testing, and then a medical test will go on to that.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the type of programs that we offer.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we talk about all kind of aviation?
So predominantly like BAC, we're special on more than pilot training, because what also BAC has to offer is we offer job security with Jazeera Airlines in Kuwait. So we offer 1,500 flying hours, and you're guaranteed a job before you even start studying. So this is something great, because obviously aviation, it's quite a pricey subject to study. You know, it's a big investment and time investment as well. So that's the beauty of what we've got, the contract with Jazeera Airlines, which guarantees a job placement after graduation.
You said 1,000 hours.
1,500 flying hours. Oh, guaranteed with the airline, with Jazeera Airlines.
Amazing.
Correct. Yes.
So like
that's a magic number.
It is?
For pilots, that's a magic number.
Why?
So basically, you start off with a frozen ATPL license, ATPL, which is an air transportation pilot's license. You can't become a captain or sit on the left seat until you've completed the 1,500 flying hours. So once you get that license, you know, you're highly credible. So, you know, the world's your oyster, basically. So you're ready to go. You're ready to go. Yeah, to sit on the left seat.
Is there an age limit for all of this?
There isn't. I mean, we take anybody from the age of 17 and up to, if you're talking about the work placement, up to about 35 years old. 35 years old, yeah.
Okay, so
quite a ride.
I'm out of the question, I guess.
Oh, really? No, you look young, yeah.
All right. If you have programs for anybody above 35, let me know, that's for sure.
Okay, definitely, yeah. We'll definitely work on it for you.
Amazing. So how was the reception so far?
Excellent. So we started this deal with Jazeera this year, and we've already accepted 20 students.
Amazing.
So everybody was worried Corona, what we're going to do and so on. And they've also ordered, I believe, 28 new aircraft as well.
Wow.
So yeah, 20 students since May, actually. 20 students since May, yeah. And I believe 5 or 6 already in the UK, which we helped with the application process to the college there. And yeah, they're doing well, and we're hoping for the next batch, you know, to go January, February time. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, everything sounds exciting, you know, pretty much everything's on the air.
So, yeah, exactly what it is, yeah.
What about yourself? How long have you been in this business?
About 10 years.
10 years.
I started off in flight dispatching or flight planning, navigation, and I've been in training in aviation for about 7-8 years now. So I'm actually the instructor there, or the training manager at British Aviation Centre.
Okay.
So we provide the ground schools as well, and the assessment tests that we do. Aviation English language courses we offer, flight dispatch courses. So it's quite open. It's not just pilots. So anybody interested, even cabin crew. We've done cabin crew at a university in Kuwait before. We did a course there. So anybody who's actually interested in aviation, you don't need to buy a course from us. You know, if you just want a helping hand, like, or path or guidance, the correct guidance, like where should I study, what license do I need, what diploma do I need, what can I do after graduating? This is something else we do. We want to guide people in the right path. We've had so many people with the incorrect licenses, and they've got to start all over again. So it's tough. You know, we want to try and stop that.
Oh, speaking of licenses and all of that, I mean, it's always been a tricky thing for a lot of people, right?
It has, yeah. Definitely. So there are 3 main different licenses. There's the FAA, which is the American-based one, which Saudi accepts and uses. And then Kuwait, we only accept the CA license, which is the British license. And since Brexit, they're completely independent of EASA now.
Interesting.
Yeah, so EASA is the European license. I believe Bahrain, they accept the CA and EASA. Kuwait, CAA, Saudi. So they've all got their own rules. So it's good for the candidate or the cadet to study and plan where does he want to work, and then follow the local guidelines in that country. instead of choosing the easiest or cheapest route, which a lot of students unfortunately have done. Yeah.
Right. I mean, for a long time, what's been going on is like when somebody says, I want to be a pilot, there was not really a clear path. Like, it's not like you can go to university, right?
Exactly. It's not a university.
It's not
exactly.
a university
What
course.
diploma do I get? It's not. It's a license. It's a license to enable you to fly. That's exactly.
It's a license.
It's a license. Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people think like, you know, maybe it's a degree or an academic degree, but it's like, you know, I want to be a pilot, I want to be an engineer, or I want to be a doctor, but all of those were kind of clear academically speaking as a curriculum.
Correct. Yeah.
But when it comes to aviation, all of that's all licenses.
Mainly license, exactly. Like I did flight dispatch and navigation, it's a license. Cabin crew, it's a course and a license. Pilots, it's a license. You can additionally top up and get a master's degree from these licenses.
Really?
But without the license, you can't do anything, basically. You're stuck. You know, engineering, you expect a master's degree or a PhD in engineering.
Exactly.
No, you need a license. There's a B1 and a B2 license. If you want to work on the airframe or do you want to work on the electronics. So you choose, you know, before entering aviation engineering, which path do you want to go to. And at the end of that, you get a license. So it's all license-based, because we get this question every day.
I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure.
Yeah, good.
Now, it is no-brainer like the aviation business over here, or the industry. It's just humongous. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Correct.
But from your perspective, how is it now and where is it leading to?
Okay, it's definitely picked up compared to last year. I mean, last year we've all seen, you know, it's mainly cargo and medicine-based sort of transport that was going on.
Right.
But now you can see it's increasing. More airlines are hiring again. Pilots that they laid off, you know, in the past. I won't mention airlines, which names, but they're rehiring, and they're starting to rehire very quickly. I mean, that we've got these 20 students, you know, out of nowhere, bang, and I think it's definitely progressing rapidly again. Amazing. I think, inshallah, by 1-2 years, we'll be back to normal. Definitely back to 100% what we were in 2019.
Amazing, amazing. Oh man, I want to be back to 35 again.
You never know. You never know.
I want to fly a plane.
We'll have a talk later.
Like, it's like telling my kid, hey, "Where are you?" Well, somewhere.
Somewhere, exactly.
In the sky.
Yeah.
Amazing. Any last words to your viewers?
Nothing. If you need any help whatsoever, please feel welcome to contact us anytime, and I'll be glad to help you guys. That's it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, this has been a great pleasure and honor having you with us here, Captain Abdulla, right here on Bahrain Now. Much pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Take care. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, no, you do not have to be confused or anything, because when it comes to be a pilot, we have the British Aviation Center ready to help you with all of that. All that took place with Abdulla, an interview right here on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for another great episode of Bahrain Now. As usual, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below, and stay tuned for more exciting segments on Bahrain Now. This was Bara Abdullah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.